1 semi-finals are set. Everyone is going to be playing this week.
Oh, he's muted himself.
Oh dear.
Great start.
Oh. Oh dear.
Doesn't even look like he's trying to fix it. He's just deflated.
This has not gone well here. You're gonna have to leave and come back.
He looks
mate.
as deflated as Hearts fans will when they realise that no matter how much they abuse Bruno in the comments, they still got beat.
Hello, is that better?
There you go. You're back.
Yeah, we go.
That's so weird. Okay. I want to point out I didn't mute myself. I don't know what happened there. Anyway, Div 1 semi-finals, they're all set. 4 games this week. Going to talk over all of them. You know, only one real upset, unfortunately, for people who reside in this call. The rest going the way that we thought they would do, but a little bit of spiciness in the north. We're going to preview the games happening next week as Jamie eats some Nesquik with some strange milk, delicious milk. But yeah, it's as simple as that. So get to do a nice quick rundown of the scores. Exeter 32, Bournemouth 6, Manchester 33, Warwick 30, NTU Renegades 32, Leeds Griffins 22, and the Oxford Lancers beat the Brunel Burners 21-16. So for me, I'm going to jump straight in to Manchester versus Warwick. From what I heard from people who were there, it was close from Warwick. You know, I didn't really see that Warwick would do this, but keeping the Tyrants in 3 points, and from what I can gather from the Tyrants, that was their first successful field goal all season, is the score that put them ahead and has sent them on a trip down to Nottingham this week. So
Am I wrong in thinking that there was a blocked field goal as well to tie it, or is that a different game?
Potentially.
I'm sure there was a field goal to tie it and it got blocked or something. I don't know.
Warwick put up that high of a score on Manchester, because I am.
No, I'm not. I think Warwick have been that team that have been just slightly going under the radar. Yeah, I think the way they beat Glasgow last week and the journey they had to make, I think said to me that they probably could have won this one. From the sounds of things, that's how it was going at one point. It's muted again.
You've done it again.
I haven't fucking done anything.
There you go. It's fixed it.
I haven't touched anything. Technical issues, but I've not touched anything.
Yeah, blocked game tying field goal with 6 seconds to go. Oh, that's rough.
Rough. That's rough. But again, Warwick managing to great season for Warwick.
Is that the most heartbreaking way games ended that weekend?
I don't think so. Not from what I've heard, my friend. Not from what I've heard. But I think Warwick were just in a division with an absolute powerhouse of a squad with NTU, and I think NTU have proven that by beating Leeds, who, you know, arguably were the sort of favourite to represent the North. And now it seems as though NTU has fully taken over that particular stat line. So Leeds NTU. Any thoughts on that? Are we surprised? Because I think over the last few weeks, if you asked me 3 weeks ago, I would be. Now, no.
NTU are that team that seems to be getting better every single game.
Yeah.
I think if you're going based on semi-final results, you'd probably put NTU as hot favourites to win it all.
You're saying that over. We'll get on to them. Exeter beating Bournemouth for the 3rd time this season, 23 or 32-6. You know, I think that was the one that people, you know, that's gone the way that people thought it would do. You know, it's not. Exeter are the big dogs in the southwest, and they've just proven it for a third time over. You know, a game Bournemouth Bobcats side. But again, I still think that it's good on Bournemouth being able to be a quote unquote wild card squad and beat UEA. You know, like that in itself is an accomplishment, but you know they just weren't able to get to the same place they were this time last year. So, unfortunately, we have got to talk about it. The surprise: Oxford 21, Brunel 6.
What was it? Was it Oxford or was it Hearts? Was it Oxford or was it Hearts? You'd never know by the comments.
Oh, he's gone again. He's gone again.
Done anything? I'm not done anything. But I'm not moving. The headset's staying on my head.
I don't know what happened there then.
No. With what? My headset or the game?
Both.
Both. You know, put this. If you want some light reading tonight, folks, go to the comment section of the Oxford Brunel post on Instagram. Because when I saw that was 167 comments, I was like, oh, what great engagement for our lovely media platform.
I'm surprised Steve's not blocked anyone.
It's full of everyone praising Oxford. I'll tell you that now.
Yeah, love. Just you'd think it was, but interesting game. Oxford, again, we've sort of said with Oxford they're or at least I've said in my rankings, they're shifty, but that doesn't mean that I'm calling them shit. They're just very tricky.
I think I said though from before the playoffs started that Oxford are the dark horses of the playoffs, and that's what they've done.
Yeah,
you know, we went into that game. It was 16-0 at half time, and you know, I was still saying to the guys, if there is a team that can come back from 16-0 down, it's Oxford. And yeah, no, they did exactly that. They scored 2 in quick succession, and then it's 16-14 to us, and then you know it gets 4th and 10 to basically if they don't get this, that's the game done. And they run basically this double reverse pass down to the 5-yard line, and then they score off that. And then we've got a minute left on the clock. We return the ball to like the 30. We get down to the 1-yard line, and based on how we played the whole game, you'd have expected us to punch it in. We get stopped once, move back 5 yards, put a false start, and then we fumble it. And that's the last play I saw. People that were there will tell you that I did not see a single play after that. Did not see a single play after that, mate.
He's fucking gone again.
It's not.
Don't shout at us. It's not our fault.
Take it off. Look at him. He's taking it off now. I've had enough.
Where are all the Hearts fans in the comments? Come on, let's have a strong engagement episode this time. Someone get it posted.
No. Just take it off.
Oh, there we go. We're back.
There we go.
It's back. I was going to grab my other headset.
There we go.
Yeah, I think given that how Oxford have been quite tricky to deal with, I think their game with Exeter is going to be a very interesting one, and they could pull it off. Realistically,
they're a good team. They're a very good team. And
wow, my Wi-Fi's been awful today. It's normally okay.
The thing is
sorry,
they're just good. They're nice guys as well. That's the thing. I can't even hate on them. They're just genuinely nice guys. But yeah, no, that's it. That's it for another year. Has it gone again?
Yeah. You wouldn't have these technical difficulties on the fun day out. Sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
What's he doing? No.
What is he doing?
Shut up, Jamie, you fucking bitch.
No need for that now, was Tebbit?
Go back now.
Well, tell me if you can hear me or not.
I can hear you now.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, there you go. That's all my prognosis is done for Ox versus Exeter. God forbid that my second microphone doesn't cut out now. Sick. Right. Okay, so next week, obviously, everyone's playing, and then they get some time off for.
I think your signal is just really shit tonight.
Yeah, I don't
Can't
think
hear
it's
you
your
again.
headset. You can just see him getting more and more annoyed as his stream's going on. We're 11 minutes and he's contemplating his life.
It gets more and more pixelated as it goes on as well. No. This is
Someone get a Hearts fan in here. Let's just spice it up whilst Tebbs hasn't got any issues. Come on. Come on. We'll get him on the stream. If there's any Hearts fans that want the link,
just
put it in
any
the
hate
chat.
mail.
I'll message you.
Oh, that's weird. I shouldn't be on that Wi-Fi.
There we go. Can you now? It keeps cutting out.
Change back to his proper Wi-Fi and his internet works. Imagine my surprise.
Too bad. I don't know why
I'm
I was
out
on
of
that
playoffs
Wi-Fi.
and Tebs's Wi-Fi's gone to shit. Back to normal. Normals.
Yeah. And nature is healing.
I wonder how Steve Rains is feeling this morning.
It's 6:20 p.m. mate. I don't think it's the morning.
Or was feeling this morning.
Again, mate, they beat UEA. I'll be happy with that. Obviously, you run up against Exeter, it's a problem. Right. If I'm back, which I'm not sure if I am.
You are.
Perfect. Okay. Let's go into next week where Div 2, Prem, Div 1, they're all playing. So who have we got?
Strange order to do it in.
Oh my god, I'm fucking hating when you do that. Does my head in. Can't believe I'm having to go at a man who's just Nesquik. It's right in my ear. I can hear every individual molecule of your teeth crunching down on this Nesquik. It's doing my nine. Right. It's professional streams. What a fun day out with the lads. Sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. So in the Prem, we've got the Bullets versus Leeds Beckett, Nottingham Gold versus Durham. In Div 1, Exeter versus Oxford, and NTU versus Leeds. In the Div 2 Northern, Derby versus UClan, Northumbria versus Nottingham Green. In the Div 2 Southern, Swansea versus Imperial, and Brighton versus UCL. Starting off with the Prem, I think after last year, how close it was between Beckett and the Bullets, I think the Bullets are just going to drill them. Absolutely drill them.
Yeah, I don't think there's really much to say on that one.
Yeah, it's last year there seemed to be a bit more, hope and hype around Leeds. Obviously, not managing to get it done, beating Nottingham at home like they've been able to do for the last couple of seasons. I personally think that the Bullets are just going to have them, and I don't think it's going to be as exciting as last year, which is a shame. However, on the flip side of that, I think Nottingham. I think that's got a possibility to be quite exciting.
I'm going Durham all the way.
Are you really?
Right, grow up. Grow up. What's in that milk? Because
I don't know. It's just full of squiggles, mate.
Side effects of delusion seems to be one.
Oh, here we go. Homogenized cow milk, whatever homogenized means.
Homogenized?
Yeah.
Focusing on the wrong words there, brother. I think Nottingham versus Durham. I think that's a lot more interesting. I think Nottingham do have a chance.
I think that's a good thing.
No, sorry,
Sorry.
I think Durham have a chance. Yeah, Nottingham Gold have got a chance to beat Durham again. I think if you're a Prem fan, that's the game to watch.
again, I still think it's going to be that we sort of expected at the start of the season, gold bullets. But I think Durham could do it. I feel like Durham's been heating up. They've been on a roll. Obviously, beating SGS, that's pretty major. So it could be done. Like moving
Are
on
the
to Div
finals
1.
the following Wednesday? Or is a week off first?
Sorry?
So what?
Are the finals the next, a week in 2 days, or is it a week after that?
It's 2 weeks. 2 weeks tomorrow. 2 weeks
In
tomorrow.
Loughborough.
I'll be there.
In Loughborough.
Just not on a
I'll
sideline.
be there. No. Probably have a cry while we're there. We're going to have if you want to join in on the rundown cry circle, you're not invited because you're not on the show. Exeter versus Oxford, again, I think that one's very much a wild card one. Oxford, again, they've been very, very tricky all season, but Exeter are the big dogs. For me personally, I think Exeter do run it. But I think it will be closer than people expect it to be. I think that's fair to say.
I disagree.
Go on then. Why?
I just think that Exeter. Someone made a very good comment in the comments. I'm not going to make it in the air. That they feel like Exeter are just too big, and Oxford are not big enough to deal with them. And I would agree with that.
Yeah, that is fair. But again, I still
The
think it'll be
size,
closer.
Exeter's size has been the big thing all year, isn't it? The quality of the linemen, especially the O-line, is ridiculous. So that's an O-line that probably competes with what Nottingham and UE.
100%.
Probably only third to those two. So, at the same time, I think Oxford are going into this game with absolutely zero pressure.
House money.
Their season's been unreal. So for them, but then again, it's. I think the tasting one is probably the North. I think Newcastle, NTU, and Manchester. But then are we leaning more towards NTU again? Or?
I would say I am, just because obviously, NTU managed to have, they shot out Warwick once and then beat them, again, sounding obviously the week after. And, playoff maths would sort of dictate that. Playoff maths would dictate that NTU are just going to have Manchester. Obviously, it's at home for NTU as well.
Who is at home? It's NTU.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think NTU's just. I don't know. They've not had a scare all season, have they?
No, not really.
So.
And it's like to be 10 points clear of Leeds, I think is massive. Whilst Manchester being only 3 points clear of Warwick, says more about potential in Manchester that the NT really can just pile it on.
But I'd argue that Manchester coming back from the score they came back from tells you that they've got any opportunity to do the same again if they have to.
Here's the thing: it's going to be a great game. So if you're in the area, go and watch it, because that would be great. And obviously, you can probably then go over and watch Gold versus Saints. So if you're an American football fan and you're in Nottingham this weekend, you're probably buzzing. But we'll do the picks. Obviously, all of our brackets are fucking falling apart, so we can get into that. Moving on to Div 2, I think of obviously, when it gets to this time in the playoffs, a lot of the games are spicy. Derby versus UClan. Obviously, this is the tough.
You've muted yourself again.
Going straight to muting.
There we go. You're fixed.
There we go. She's back again.
I don't understand why it's doing that. Right, anyway, Derby versus UClan, tough toughest game UClan have had all season. Fair. Can Derby do it? What do we think?
That's the strongest division, isn't it? Probably Derby's division.
Midlands.
I think I think that one will be quite close. Genuinely, I think it'll be close.
Yeah.
Just Derby have been non-stop playing all season. UClan have been on like hit and miss. Not in terms of how they've been playing, but in terms of the amount of games that they've played. And I think they haven't come up against anyone remotely close to Derby's ability. And I think just the sheer amount of game time will be difficult to handle. I do still think UClan will win, but I don't think it'll be a piece of piss.
It's going to be like the absolute prove it game for UClan here, because obviously everyone's been bigging them up all season. Derby seem to be on this revenge tour. We've really basically decreed them the new Liverpool, but it's going to be interesting. Like, that's a great game. Even Mustangs versus Green, I think that's going to be a great game. But like, if we just talk about the Mustangs have had it's a good week already, in that they had their varsity game with the Premiership side, Newcastle Raiders, and Northumbria lost 9-7. Mental. Like,
to a heavily rested Northumbria.
Yeah, and it's like, if you already didn't, like, if you could bet, and if you haven't already, put your house on the Mustangs, gamble responsibly. But it's one of those ones where, like, Northumbria just seemed to be very, very scary. And as much as Nottingham Green have had a great season, they've already made history. But I think this one's probably going to go the way of the Mustangs.
Yep.
Agreed.
And so moving on to the south, I thought the final would end up being Swansea versus Imperial. I think that game is great. Obviously, Swansea, despite being the highest seed, not having a home pitch, looks like they will be travelling a fair long distance from Swansea to him. I still Swansea are the team beat here, but I think that's one of the better games this week. I keep saying that. I'm just so cliche.
Every game's a good game at this point. Come on. God, all good games.
Great games. All the good stuff. Brighton versus UCL, I think it's a bit more even.
Oh, hang on. There's been a scoop here. Swansea versus Imperial has been played in Cardiff.
Is it now? Oh, it?
That would make sense. It would make sense for Swansea to try and get a pitch that isn't, a 5-hour journey.
Is it being played at the Cobras home pitch?
It's coming from a guy who's got a very Welsh name, so I believe him.
Yeah, but I need to know in terms of what I want to go and stream.
It is. It's at Cardiff University Sports Fields at 1 p.m.
Okay, then Swansea Titans. Check your DMs in about half an hour.
What about Exeter and Oxford?
Well, I know Leiden's listening, so I'm waiting for him. Exeter. Well, here's the thing. Exeter's like 3 hours away, while Cardiff is like 1.5. Leiden's messaged you. Has he? Oh, sorry. I've just checked that. Okay, we're streaming Exeter versus Oxford.
Oh, dear.
Sorry, Tim. Go for live stream. Sorry, I've just got that. So sorry, Leighton. I didn't. I will say that he sent that up. He sent it while the stream was on. So there you go. We're doing it. I'm doing Exeter versus Oxford. So that'll be a great game. I'm happy for it. Have that Swansea and Imperial. What time's your game? I might be able to make it. That's a lie. You're on different sides of the coast. But I think UCL versus Brighton, I think that one's a bit more difficult to call. Tends what the viewers need. I think that one's a bit more difficult to call. UCL, battering Aberystwyth after they've had a long journey. But, Brighton have been great. Truthfully, I'd lead here. But then obviously SJ's begging for that delicious, crispy, drama-filled final, which realistically we all want, we all need, we all thrive to get. So there you go. Going forward, we're going to do our picks in a second. we said we're going to give out not give out some of the nominees for Sport Tank Awards. If you think we've missed any, DM the Sport Tank page. So please if you're missing anyone. So team of the year, we're currently liking the looks of UClan at Northumbria. Swansea, they've had a great one up to Div 1. Definitely Oxford in there, as much as it may break some hearts. Leeds, Manchester, Kent. We won't talk about that particular side. Even Brunel winning their division for a while. Prem-wise, we are putting the Bullets there because, well, we have to. And then
It's gone again.
Oh, it's gone again.
Nope, can't do anything still. It's not going well, this, is it?
hello. There we go.
There we go.
Don't know why. So yeah, we're not doing it by division this year because it just gets a bit tricky. We're just going to have an overall one for the best social media of the year, not the funniest because that's a different category. For the best, we've got quite a few. We're going to try and narrow it down. Bournemouth, who've already won it twice in a row. Brunel, Leeds, Warwick, Brighton, Sussex, Nottingham, and Portsmouth is who we've got at the minute. But again, if you think we're missing anyone, do send it in. Funniest: Cardiff, Glasgow, Bournemouth. We've already got some of the other awards as well, like the Sunderland Award for the what? Why have you done that? The most uni ball moment of the year is the Sunderland Award. And we've got a few others in there as well that will come forth, but they're for us to decide.
You've gone again. Steve Rains is coming with smoke. What's up, Steve?
I still can't hear you. I don't know what it is.
Is my phone? There we go. It's so strange. I don't know why. When you frequently dismiss our season, you realise we are 7-3, and the only team to beat us you predict as national champions. I won't lie to you, Trades. I've said that Bournemouth have done well, but obviously they haven't done as well seasons previous.
I don't remember anyone dismissing Bournemouth. I don't remember anyone. They've just been whitewashed Exeter every time.
Comparatively to the season that Bournemouth have had the last 2 years in coming up from Div 2, winning the Div 2 Southern, and then going in their first season in Div 1, going up to the Southern final, at the end of the day, Exeter have come in. They've been good, but we're not saying, oh, Bournemouth, it's over for Bournemouth. We're just, it's not the continued trajectory of six hasn't got to the point where it was last year, which is true.
I think that's the thing.
That missing the season.
If Exeter go up, Bournemouth are my red hot favourites to win the division next year. It's
100%.
It's just a case of I think there's just a better team in there, and there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah,
it happens, But to say that we're dismissing the Bobcats as a whole, and I agree with that. So moving on to the predictions for this week, again, haven't got a lot left, and then next week we'll figure out where we're looking in terms of doing a show when we've got breaks in between. So let's get into it. Starting off in the Prem, because otherwise Jamie will shout at me. Hopefully I don't cut out. Bullets versus Carnegie. I think it's Bullets all the way. Yep. And I'm not really willing to put a scoreline on that just because it's a bit shaky at this point, especially given last year. Gold versus Durham.
Durham.
still picking gold.
Gold.
Durham.
I'd be mad if he does this, but mad if they pull it off. Exeter versus Oxford.
As much as it would be awesome to see Oxford take that, it's Exeter. You know, just from day one, Exeter are the best team in the south.
Yeah, I don't think they're just the best team in the south. I think they're the best team in Div 1, and I think it's quite comfortable.
Gone. My mic's gone. No, I know. Oh, I'm back. I think it'll be close, but again, I'm going with Exeter. NTU versus. Oh, I've got that wrong. NTU versus Leeds. So it's NTU versus Manchester. Sorry, let me change that. NTU versus Manchester.
I'm following the NTU train, and I think we're going to get a final vlog on YouTube, and it's going to be incredible scenes.
How good are this? How good is Chris's vlogs? I've never seen them.
I won't lie to you. They started off really well.
Yeah.
And they've sort of dropped in quite, and I'm sure that I'll get a hate message from NTU, but they have sort of dropped because we do watch them. So
I think if you knew, I might have got on top of him.
As NTU get better, the content goes down.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
one of the episodes was literally just a highlights of Huddle video, and it was like, yeah fair. But what I've taken from them videos is it doesn't even look like he's trying a lot of the time.
No.
And that's why I think that they'll comfortably win. And I don't think he's been put in the hot water that people think he has. And I think if it gets tough, he'll just turn it on and he'll start running around the building.
So NTU get a clean sweep from my mic's back. NTU get a clean sweep from us. Moving on to Division, tough one to start Division 2. UClan versus Derby.
So I've had a message. I can't say off who, but I've had a message saying that UClan are broken currently, and that they've lost 3 key players, and that they are maybe perhaps weaker than they would have liked to have been. So I'm actually going to say Derby, just in a barnstormer of a game.
I'm going to go with my heart. I'm going with UClan. Despite what you just told me, I'm going with UClan.
I'm going with my brain, and that's UClan.
He's going to do it again. He's going to pull the injury card on us again and win it. Northumbria versus Nottingham Green.
Ooh,
great game. But Northumbria, you can't do that to, I know Newcastle haven't had the best season in the world, but you can't do that to a Prem side when you're a Div 2 side. And
that was going to be my logic for it. Who do you...
Oh, here we go. The beef's coming. The beef is here towards the end of the show, and they've come. Who have Hearts got? That's my question. Who have Hearts got?
Let's pop that one up. Tebs, pop that one up right now.
Sure, buddy. Yeah.
Listen, all I want to know is who did Hearts play last weekend? Because last time I checked, you were at home.
Oh, bloody hell. Right. I thought we were going to have a nice quick show. It turns out, no.
Go on, Maxwell. Get the rest of the boys in. He's ready for it all night.
Where are they playing their games next year?
I've got no idea.
We own the pitch. That's what I want to know.
Oh, Christ. Okay. Right. Let's move on to the south. Swansea versus Imperial. Swansea versus Imperial. I think the Titans win.
Yeah, agreed.
I think now we know it's staying in Wales. I think they keep their +10 all attributes. So I reckon Swansea win in a very, very close game.
Yeah, I think I really thought that was going to London, but again, if it's staying in Cardiff, yeah, that I'll take Swansea all day. I think.
Well, Brunel aren't going to win that game, are they? Because they're in a different division. You absolute
moron.
They're
in a different division, yeah. Maybe you got confused. Last year it was Imperial and Brunel were in the same div, but no, not this year.
He's 7 years too late for when we won Div 2. 7 years too late.
Okay, and then Brighton Panthers versus the UCL Emperors. Brighton for me.
I'm going UCL just for the vibes.
I think UCL won what 56, 57-0. I can't
57, I
overlook that.
believe.
But then again, I think another team won 43-0 against Hull last week. If they've forgotten.
Ooh.
When they played Hearts, in the regular season, what was the last score of the second game between them?
I think it was 40-0 as well. Lost count.
Oh, okay. Just making sure because I forgot. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we will be streaming this week. I will be in Exeter for Exeter vs Oxford. Breaking news live on the show.
Oh, here we go. They're all coming now.
We going to tell? I don't know. Just keep going. Yeah. So Exeter versus Oxford will be the game that is streamed from me. We very well could have a second one. I believe that the Prem games will also be streamed, so do catch on that. We'll have a think. We probably will have a show next week, just a preview show. Going for it. Oh, goodbye. Why is everyone coming in with like all the interesting comments at the end? Sam, if Brighton's O-line can withstand UCL sending about 7 men every time, then Brighton will win. I won't lie, Sam. You had a long bus journey. That's what I'd blame it on. Not sending everyone. I tell you what. I know this has been a nice quick episode, but gosh, what a fun day out with the lads.
Bring that one. Okay, do you know what I'm actually doing? It's Mother's Day, so I'm visiting your mum. So.
Oh, SJ, SJ, come on.
No.
You've just bit too hard there, SJ.
Oh.
We're fully willing to back you, but come on.
Not having it.
Unbelievable season.
I would like to know what James Samuels is doing next Sunday, though, and what he did last Sunday, because I can tell you what he didn't do: play in the playoffs.
Listen, we're all at home, aren't we? At the end of the day.
I've played. No, I'm not going to say that. No, I'm not going to say that.
Oh dear. Do you know what? Instead of playing football, you could be playing a game such as Raid. No. Yeah. I mean, if you're playing this week, good luck, and stay healthy, and hopefully punch your ticket to Loughborough or the Div 2 finals.
I'll tell you something though. The comments are starting to get a little bit hairy, and I'll tell you what can solve any issues with hair, and that would be Manscaped.
Damn, that's mad. The lawnmower 4.0. No.
We'll call it the Hertfordshire Hurricanes 4.0 because it'll just break down on you every time you use it.
Oh, unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable stuff. Let's end the show before let's end the show. Okay, well if you want to save your hate for Sunday's stream of Oxford versus Exeter, I won't read it because I'm not part of the So if you want to do that, that's cool, but I'm radical. Yeah, we'll see you next week, or I'll see you on Sunday, where Hearts will be watching from home.